the session?
Sure.
Yeah. So hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to the first session of the Open Box. iFest 21 brings to you the Open Box, where we will be inviting prominent people and personalities who have spent a lifetime in their fields and have explored great horizons to reach where they are today. The first session of the Open Box, we will be hosting Mr. Nischay AG, who co-founded the Bengaluru-based startup Jar, which is a savings platform that lets users invest in gold. Jar raised a whopping $4.5 million from early stage venture capital firms like Arkham Ventures and Tribe Capital, as well as from angel investors like Kunal Shah, Manik Gupta, and Shanpuri. The session will be hosted by Mr. Arnav Saha, who is an alumnus of DAIICT Gandhinagar. During his time here, he had represented the institute at multiple national and international ML AI robotics conferences and had served as the leadership of the Heritage Club. Handing over to you, Arnav.
Hey, hi. Thank you so much, team. Can we have Nischay, both me and Nischay? Okay, I can see your screen. Okay. Uh, can Sarthak mute himself? Is that possible? Okay, super. Thank you, Bhemang, for that lovely introduction. Thank you for organizing this lovely platform where we can, just spend some time on knowledge sharing, learn from people who have really done so much in their lives and are making a huge difference. Thank you, Nischay, for some of your time. I know you're on a tight schedule today. You have a flight to catch, but we are really, really blessed to have some of your time and get to know you better, and probably apply some of the things you're applying at your startup in our daily lives. Thank you for being here. Adding on to what Himang said, if you are from the startup world, I don't think Nischay really needs an introduction. He was a founding team at Bounce. Bounce is an urban mobility startup. I think they're doing really, really beautiful work right now with the electric bounce concept coming up. I often see Nischay tweeting about it. So he was the founding team and then later went on to do, I think he's a software developer by heart, but then went on to do operations, supply chain, monetization, partnerships. I'm curious to know why. And then he took the spin and he started Jar, and it's a different, completely 360-degree shift. He started an investment savings platform which is also witnessing a 350% growth month on month. It has, like Himang said, key marquee investors like people from Xiaomi, Twitch, Uber, CRED, people from Silicon Valley, even Rahul from Arkham Ventures has invested in it. And it's only the pre-series A round. So, Nisha, with all this going on, and it's only been a few months since you started, how does it feel? How does it feel to be in between all this? How is the energy?
Uh, uh, thanks for all the nice things to say. But what we do is a day-to-day struggle to keep afloat, to survive, to fight off, to fight. It's an everyday battle, to be very honest. Listening to these words feels humbling, but at the same time, we need to be true to ourselves and accept what's going on and wake up with same energy levels every day in day out, to solve everyday problems. That's what a typical day looks like for us. For me, Jar is very close because who we are as India, where we are right now, uh, is a product of three generations sacrifice. And currently we are in all these years, we were in a position, we were asked to save if possible. Right now we are in a position to for sure save, and there are no means to do that seamlessly and without any pretension, without any burden of knowledge, burden of education, burden of awareness, burden of financial literacy. Without all of those things, uh, there are no products which are there for Indians to simply start saving. That's when we thought we should build something which will solve for habit and behavior. Slowly, we will build on literacy, educate people that how why they should diversify their investments, how they should diversify. People understand gold. That's why we started with gold. That's how the journey so far.
Okay, that's really wonderful to know. Two key points. First, said that it's a very tough journey. I relate to that a lot. I'm currently starting my own initiative at Schindler. And, every day feels like getting a slap in the face. It's almost like that. Every day is a challenge. Every day is a struggle. And, you really need a lot of courage and motivation to, do that every day. and to get to somewhere. Second point, I really love that you're talking about literacy. As a nation, yes, there's a huge difference in our population and the people who are actually investing in the stock market or in any platform per se. And I really love what you're doing with Jar and how you started with gold as it's one of the most trusted commodities in the Indian household. Even now, we saw short correction in the market a few days ago, and everyone started to buy gold. Kudos to you and your team for starting that. So for the next 30 minutes, what we'll do is we'll start with a short rapid fire round just to get things rolling. And then we'll speak about JAR, its journey, its growth phenomenon, your future plans, and then end it with a small interactive session maybe with the audience.
Sure.
So we'll start with the rapid fire now. Okay. The first question is three startups you personally admire and why? And they can't be Bounce or JAR.
For sure, bonds will be there because we built it from the grounds up. We built it brick by brick. The vision was way too bigger. To be very honest, we believe in three fundamental rights: roti, kapda, makan. But without mobility, you cannot achieve any of those things. To be very honest, and in India, only 18% have access to personal mobility. So we wanted to solve for that. And apart from tier one cities, every other place public transport is broken, and we wanted to solve, and that was a great mission statement that we are after, the team is after. So that's very close. You cannot take it away from the whole. Second one is Paytm, because uh, it doesn't matter how their stock is performing at this point of time or whatever it is, market will do its own corrections to take it back to where it is. Right now it's a negative sentiment. It has got nothing to do with what it is as a company. Why I admire Paytm is because in India, hardly less than 3 million people used to use net banking. Sorry, 12 or 13 million people used to use net banking. People did not understand what is your account number, what is your IFSC code, what is your net banking ID, what is your password, what website you should log in into. And the whole banking system was also so lagging behind in terms of your website to log in is different, your website to check out bank website is different, everything is broken. And in that world, he was able to convince people to download an app, scan a QR code and make a payment. Everything else came after that. Everyone is riding based on the education that he was able to establish. He taught India how to pay on a phone, how to transact on a phone. I'm a huge fan. Everything which is happening right now in India, Paytm has played a crucial role from last 20 years, because of which everyone is reaping the benefits. And third thing is CRED, I believe, because India never had an aspirational company, be it from a branding perspective, be it from a team perspective, be it from a vision perspective. They are giving something to the world. I mean, I think 5 years down the line or 10 years down the line, like the way everyone across the globe aspires to have in one American Express credit card. I think 10 years down the line, I think across the globe, people will aspire to be on CRED, to be eligible to be on CRED. And I think that is very defining, something very proud of. I mean, people will question 100 different things. It only shows to what extent you understand what are the possibilities. It is like questioning Amazon in their early days that kya hi kama loge kitab bech ke.
Correct.
It's like it's just the beginning. You should look at the 20-30 year horizon, not what they are doing today.
Correct. Beautiful answers, and it really helps to know the why of things from someone like you. So thank you for that. Second question, if not starting up or running a business or not doing software development for that, say, what would you be doing right now?
My family is into plantation. We have coffee plantation. Probably I would be running that.
Okay, where is it?
It's in Western Ghats in Karnataka.
Can we all come down for a tasting or something like that?
Anytime.
Super. What is something that nobody knows about you, Nischay? It can be anything. Who is Nischay apart from startup world, jar guy? What is something that nobody knows about you?
I'm a simple guy. I hardly carry anything.
You have this very South Indian people. You have this very I used to, when I studied for 2 years in Chennai, and the thing that I went back when I went to Gujarat after that was, simple living and high thinking. That's what I categorize people in the South with. Simple living, high thinking, no show off business, just roti kapda makan and thinking high. Really
Maybe,
lovely.
maybe. I mean, I mean, that's how it is. I mean, that's the flavor of life. I respect both of it, ostentatiousness at the same time.
Correct.
I would any day love the swag of Delhi or the like the swag of Kohli to the calmness of Dravid. It only
Correct.
personifies from where they come from. Uh, it's as simple as that. You need everything. That's what makes India India.
Correct. It's almost like 26 countries, and you're calling it only one country.
Yeah.
Okay. If you could be someone's executive assistant, EA for a day, who would it be and how much would you charge that person?
Kunal Shah, and I think probably zero.
Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
He's truly visionary. Whatever, if you go back in his timelines in terms of Twitter or anything, whatever he set out, whatever you go and check his tweets, probably from 2018, 19, everything that he has tweeted has turned out true, and everything that he said that he will build has turned out true. Uh, to have that kind of conviction, to have that kind of vision, to have that kind of lucidity in terms of thinking, seeing things, and all of those things, I'd love to mirror off. I want to rub off some qualities from him.
Okay. Okay.
I
No,
would
that's
love to
super.
see how he run. I would love to learn how he runs meetings. I would love to learn how he takes interviews. I would love to learn how he interacts with people, how he measures things. I'd love to learn those things from him.
Correct. Correct. No, I share a very similar, mind thought there. Super. The last rapid fire question is one motto which you live by day in and day out.
It's always day zero. It's very easy to be get killed. When you are building something, many people think that competition kills you. It's not the case. It's 99% of the time it's suicide. It's not murder. So you are you are you are the reason for everything that comes out in your life.
That's a beautiful thought to end this rapid fire question. I'm going to take that back. Moving on, one thing that I have in mind, and I always wanted to ask you this. You worked with legacy companies as a software developer engineer for almost 12, 13 years with top companies. You worked abroad also. And then you came to starting up, and you've been starting up for the past 6 to 7 years. And why I ask this is because today in social media, whether it's LinkedIn or Twitter, everyone, right from a 12-year kid or 18-year kid, wants to be a startup founder. They want to have their own startup. They want to raise funding at the age of 18, do startups. No one wants to work for legacy companies. Everyone wants to be a product manager or a startup guru, a startup founder, CEO, raise funding. Like, what are your thoughts there? Is it wrong to work for a legacy company in today's date, or is it wrong? What are your thoughts on that? Because we see a lot of bias towards startups. What are your thoughts there?
No, it's just the cool factor is what they're attracted towards. I mean, they don't even know anything about legacy. They don't know what happens in startups. They don't know both. It's just that this is kind of glossy, and startup is where it's based on promise, and legacy is based on truth, fact. uh,
Hmm.
in legacy companies, they deliver numbers quarter on quarter in terms of true profitability. They create value for their employees, they create value for their investors, they create value for their consumers. They deliver, they grow, they define India country's economy or index funds, and all of those things is derived by those legacy companies. And there is a lot of grit involved, there is a lot of discipline involved, there is a lot of structured thought process involved. You can take a break on all those things. You can experiment a lot here. The aspiration is to start a startup, but not remain startup for a very long time. That's how
Hmm.
you should aspire to. That's how you should work towards. I mean, Infosys was a startup. Now you may see it as a legacy company. Infosys was a startup. It
Correct.
was six engineers starting a company in their garage. How different
Correct.
it is from Google or anything else? Yeah, they are into service, but end of the day, it's a service startup.
Correct. Beautiful. Currently at Schindler also we have a very similar thing going on. We have something called Startup Initiative at Schindler. Schindler also carries a 147-year-old history. And again, it works in compartments just like legacy companies do, and it's very beautiful here. We started the startup initiative thing where we are actually bringing in young talent, and we are giving them very tough experiments to do, and we're calling it startup initiative. Basically, you work on a problem day in and day out. You don't do rest of the thing that what the other people are doing, but you only experiment on ideas. And the best thing about, I feel, what is good about this, when you have when you want to start up but you get the backing of a legacy company, is you have a paycheck at the end of every month. You don't need to toil through, what you said, like you don't toil every day. You have the backing of a legacy company and you're allowed to experiment. So totally agree with you there on how legacy companies think, how startups are. Thank you for your views there. Awesome. So we'll move on to the second part. Why don't you tell us more about jar? What is jar basically? What is the idea behind jar? What kind of problems are you solving with jar?
See, India is a very diverse country.
I think there's a small lag from his side, but that's okay. Guys, you can hear me, no? Hemang, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. You're audible.
There's a lag from his side, I think. That's okay. We'll resolve that. He'll come back.
Yeah.
Can someone give him a call and check, please?
Yeah, sure.
Super.
He's having a power cut from his end, so he'll be back in just a
That's
few.
okay. That's okay. He'll
Yeah.
join from his mobile later. Yeah. Guys, are we live streaming on YouTube at the same time?
Yeah, we are.
Okay. Check my phone. I actually can't see it. That's why I'm asking. So while he comes back, why don't we interact and
Yeah, sure.
know your feedback of jar? Devanshu, have you used jar on your phone?
Yeah, not on my phone. Unfortunately, it's still not on iOS.
Correct.
Yeah, but yeah, I gave it a try. I saw the application on some other phone, and yeah, the whole the whole software development process here is very interesting. Just adding something like that. just adding something like that to an application, which probably has not been done earlier, takes a lot of the coding part of it would have been very difficult. And yeah, I really want to know what how the whole thing functions
Okay,
in the back end. Yeah.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Can we have more people with their cameras on if we can? Let me just see. Or if any junior wants to ask a question, they can pass that on to me and I'll ask that when he
I
comes back.
guess if anyone wants to ask a question, they can, raise their hand and we can provide you the unmuting rights.
While we're waiting for Nischay, I know we have some questions to you.
Okay.
How would it have felt if you would have been here on campus and we would have been doing this thing with a
Really
large
lovely.
audience in the LT1?
Really, really lovely,
Yeah.
It comes down to energy of things, and the energy of inspiration, the energy would be really inspiring. That's what I would say, everybody would, for the first time, listen for the entire 50 minutes or 1 hour without, punching the system.
Yeah.
There would be no people escaping from the back doors also. And I think it would be a really beautiful energy, to have a founder who has 15, 16 years of experience share his journey with us. And of course, I love the food on campus. For the freshers who are on campus, there is something called Paneer TikTok in third canteen, in Ganesh Bhaiya's canteen. I was a founding member of that team of Paneer TikTok, and you guys should try that. You guys should try that, whoever is on campus.
Today, there's a group of 70 students from the second year who joined us on campus.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
So
really
we've all asked them to try Paneer TikTok as well.
Super. I think someone is raising their hand. Pushpang is raising them. Yeah.
Pushpang, I think you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Arnab, as you said that you were the founding members of the Paneer TikTok. Can we hear the story behind that?
No. Let's have the story not on a live. I might fall into some trouble behind that. But let's chat offline after the session. I'm more than happy to share the story with you.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. actually, me and Devanshu, we know the real story, but yeah, I wanted juniors to listen from you.
No, not on a YouTube live, but we'll be doing that sometime soon. We'll be doing that sometime soon.
Cool.
Probably when we're not live streaming. Anyone from first year who wants to come on screen and speak, this is a lovely opportunity for you. Please don't feel afraid. Don't think what other people think. Just come on stage and talk to us. Will this be available later in recorded form? Yes, Kaival, this will be available. You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah, this will be available on our YouTube channel. It's iFest DA-IICT. So we just had a conversation with Nischay. He's trying to join again. He also has to travel. So
Okay.
meanwhile, can we focus on discussing the whole fintech scene in India? There's a lot of startups, like Nischay said. Paytm came and changed the whole game.
Correct.
Then we have CRED, and then Jar is transforming the whole new thing.
Correct.
It's changing. Nischay is back.
Okay.
Hey, should I speak? I'm from first year.
Sure.
Hey, please.
Hi, myself Param Vora. I am from VGEC, Chandkheda, and in first year in EC.
Hey, hi.
So I want to know how seniors like you means what to tell. Just wait a second. I want to know that how you guys stay focused on the contents, like staying connected with things what is happening.
Did you say your number, Kushal? Because I can see that name on your screen. Kushal, I am an engineer turned salesman. Actually, most
sorry,
of my work.
Sorry for interrupting. If we are running out of time, so
Correct.
Nish is
here, right?
we can take the question at the end.
Sure.
Okay, no problem.
Hey guys, sorry.
I can't see you, Nischay.
Yeah, I've turned off the video because I'm on my phone. The network is very patchy.
Okay, that's cool. I think work from home, we all understand that. So, Nischay, tell us more about Jar. What are you guys doing? What is the concept behind Jar?
Sure. See, where I was India is a largely populous country with about 900 million people with bank accounts, with 650 million people with internet.
Still a bit patchy. Let's see.
Yeah, I try to understand why is it so, why there is such a huge gap. What we figured out is financial literacy is the biggest challenge. Second two challenges are habit and behavior. You need discipline to save, you need discipline to Fitbit, which will help you to become a better version of yourself from a fitness standpoint. You have Audible and all of other things to become more knowledgeable, but there is no platform which will help you to get better at financials, right? Which will help you to save, which will help you to build a habit, do all of those things. That we figure out there is financial literacy is one thing. Apart from that, other challenges are like people have to be more cautious, people have to be more prudent, people needs constant reminder, plus people need constant help with savings and investments. And that's what the genesis of Jar happened. So it's all about helping people to get better at what they are and slowly help them diversify into multiple other asset classes. So start with gold and then slowly help them to invest in various other things as we move forward.
Can you tell us more about how the app exactly works, Nischay?
So it's a very simple platform where you invest on a single asset class, which is digital gold. The app has three options to invest. First one is Roundups. You do a lot of UPI transactions on a day in, day out basis. Every time you spend, you receive an SMS. We read that SMS and we round it up to nearest 10. For example, say you just stepped out, had a coffee, paid 25 rupees, you paid via UPI. You receive an SMS, we immediately read that SMS and round it up to 30 by debiting 5 more rupees from your account via UPI auto pay, and you invest it in digital gold. So it's like a digital gullak. जैसे बचपन में जब भी चिल्लर होता था उसमें डालते जाते थे ना, you keep doing that in a digital world through digitally. Second option is daily investments. You simply set up a daily mandate, like save 10 rupees for me every day. Doesn't matter if I spend, I don't spend, I don't do, I don't care, but save 100 rupees or 50 rupees, 10 rupees every day for me. So we invest that for them. And third thing is one-time investments. Whenever you have some extra cash, you can come and deploy that on Jarapp. Right now, it's only digital gold, but as we move forward, we will give multiple options for people to invest.
Okay, that's really beautiful. It's almost like subconsciously investing. Nischay,
Yes,
one question. Tell me.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Uh, I actually forgot what I was about to say next, but that's okay. Coming on to subconscious investing, it's almost like, we have so much as millennials, or we make so many daily transactions, and we don't care about where the spare change is going. Even if we have some coins, they're always lying around, and that's where the concept becomes so beautiful, that all the spare change, the money that we never count as a part of our balance, a bank balance, is actually going and getting invested. And one of the key reasons I brought you here and to speak is because when you're just big, I think the first time an Indian boy or a Indian guy gets a debit card, credit card, or when they start UPI transactions, or when they're in college till 12th, I think most, or 95% of people are at home. They get, cash from their parents. But,
Yes.
engineering or the first degree, when you start BTech or a bachelor's degree is the time when you get, a smartphone, a phone, you start transacting. And my idea was, if you start transacting from the first year of your college, by the end by the end of 4 years, when you finish college, you can have a few grams of gold, maybe 20,000-30,000 rupees in cash also, if you want to cash it out. And the habit, the savings habit becomes really ingrained in you, because you started from a very early age. I think a lot of what we do today as adults are always because of some habit or something that we've noticed from childhood. And I really love
Yes.
that you're disrupting in this space. uh, Super, super. I have one small complaint, while you were away, we were actually discussing, and we don't have jar on iOS. When are we having that, Nischay?
I think we are going live tomorrow.
Okay, okay. That's really nice. That's really nice. Towards the end of the talk, I recently saw the entire JAR team was in Goa. I was having a lot of FOMO sitting in Pune, and since I have a field operations job, I can't really come out of Pune. I was really, FOMO, full JAR team in Goa, chilling, partying. They have this Alexa system. They're talking, investing money. Tell us what the future looks like for you guys. What are some of the interesting features you guys are currently working on?
So right now, what we are working on is building a system which is a little more robust and which will nudge user in a more meaningful manner and define a paradigm of interaction for all financial services. That's our long-term vision. Right now, we are building on creating more hooks and nudges to users to remind him more meaningfully to help him save more often.
Correct. Thank you for sharing that. We're almost towards the end of the topic. Nisha, I would like you to say, three lessons you've learned as a founder throughout your journey. If you could share some lessons with us.
To be very honest, there is I never thought like what are the lessons. My only thing is go find people with a lot of conviction, be it team members, be it investors, be it partners, everyone. They should believe in what you are building and they should come and help you. You alone cannot do anything. You need a team and you should know how to be with people, how to attract talent, how to retain talent, how to work with people. And last thing, be hungry, be foolish. Never ever worry about looking stupid or dumb because we are stupid and dumb. First thing is we need to accept that. Only then, the moment you do that, once you accept that, right, that's when you can start learning. You can start moving in life. Be humble, be ready to be stupid, wrong, and everything. Learn fast, keep moving.
Thank you. Thank you. Those are beautiful words of wisdom. Thank you. Thank you so much. One
Thank you.
last question that I have before I end this session is, uh, I know you're actively hiring at JAR, and we have some beautiful software developers in our house. Uh, what is the best way to reach your team or reach you if we want to apply, say, for a SDE role, or say any product manager role or anything like that? What's the best way to cut the line and reach, say, you or some other person who's hiring?
Yes. Easiest is team has to be proactive. I think go apply, go chase people. Instead of chasing founders, they should chase engineers who are there in the company. That's one of the mistakes that many people do. They chase founders. They should chase engineers, for example, who is working in, for example, say you want to go join, say, any young startup. Don't go chase. Say you want to join CRED, don't go chase Kunal. Go chase someone who is working at CRED. Asking him how it is day in day out. What should he prepare? Ask him what it requires to be on in CRED. Try to learn that and get in there.
Correct. That's beautiful. I think most of what we learn is, approach the startup founder, write a cold email to him, maybe DM him on Twitter. I've got some very good results by DMing founders on Twitter. You're one of them. But yeah, this makes a lot of sense. It doesn't have to be top down always. It can be bottom up also. Also, I really agree with your point that, work with people
It
whom
becomes
you
much
have.
easier. It's much it
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
it becomes much easier also because they are the ones who are going to finally decide whether they want to take you in or not. Your fellow engineers are the ones decide it. Founder will never come and founder or the leadership VP or someone will never come and decide who will be the junior hire. The junior hires will be picked by the SDs. They will interview them, they will onboard them, they will work with them. So it's better to go approach them and get in than try chasing the
Correct. Correct.
founders.
One of the other beautiful things that I love, and you mentioned, is work with people whom you share the same wavelength or energy with. Energy is really contagious. That's what I feel. And you say
Yes.
work with people who have a lot of conviction, authenticity, who share a similar vision. And I think that's really important when you start off. People run behind salary figures, salary slips, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, but a lot of your growth in that company actually depends on people, because people are the ones who are taking the decisions for your growth, or your horizontal or vertical. It's not a computer at the end of the day. So yeah, people, I think it's always 99% people and 1% other things. And I really love that you mentioned that you don't only have to be good at your craft, but choose who you do the craft with, choose good people, choose with whom you share a good wavelength energy with. uh, thank you so much, Nischay, for
Yes.
your time.
Thank
We
you.
are really
Thank
blessed
you.
to
Sure.
have you here. I will meet you
Thank
in
you.
Bangalore for a cup of coffee
Yes, please.
soon.
Sure, sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Nischay.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.